Meow. Meow.
Super Mario 3D World! Meow.
Super Mario 3D World, the game that takes place in a world where cats reign supreme. And who knows, maybe someday, we'll live in a world where cats and dogs actually like each other. What does this world come to? Released on November 21st, 2013, for the Nintendo Wii U, this game truly showed us that cats actually do have the capabilities of rescuing a princess, even if her name isn't Peach. Now personally, I don't have any cats, so I don't really know what it's like to own one, but I'm sure I can get a pretty good idea just from playing this game. So the game's questions are, why are cats always so tired and lazy all the time? How the heck do they manage to somehow sleep throughout most of the day? Why are their ears always so sharp and pointy? And where do all those disgusting hairballs come from? Well, time to pounce right into this perfect adventure. The game starts off with Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Blue Toad walking down a pathway near the castle, while watching all the pretty fireworks high in the sky. They then stumble upon a tilted clear pipe right in the middle of the pathway. Mario and Luigi actually do some real plumbing for once and fix the pipe. This causes a whole plethora of power-ups to come bursting right out of it, including a green Sprixie princess immediately afterwards. She starts panicking and tells Mario and the gang that Bowser has trapped the rest of the Sprixies in tiny, inescapable jars. But then, all of a sudden, Bowser bursts out of the pipe and traps the Sprixie in one of his jars. He then takes her with him back into the pipe, causing our heroes to instantly jump in the pipe to save them. Eventually, they find themselves in a strange realm known as the Sprixie Kingdom, and set off to find the rest of the Sprixies. Wait, why didn't Bowser just kidnap Princess Peach again like he usually does? I thought this was a Mario game I was playing. The levels in this game follow a very similar playstyle to its predecessor, which once again combines the open-world gameplay of the 3D Mario games with the simple mechanics of the 2D Mario games, including a time limit and a flagpole at the end of each level. But unlike the first game, up to 4 players can join in on the fun as well, playing as either Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, or Blue Toad, the same 4 characters that appeared in the game's opening cutscene. Additionally, Rosalina, you know, the character from the Mario Galaxy games that every 12-year-old is in love with, also appears as a hidden unlockable 5th playable character, but you don't unlock her until clearing World 9-2 in the first special world of the game. But anyways, similar to their appearances in Super Mario Bros. 2, no, not this one, each playable character possesses unique abilities and controls differently from the others. For example, Mario is the most well-rounded of the bunch, having a carefully balanced running speed and jumping height. Luigi jumps higher and falls down slower, but has a lower traction than everyone else. Peach can jump and float in the air for a short amount of time, but has kind of a low running speed. Blue Toad can run the fastest, but he falls much faster and has kind of a gimpy jump. And Rosalina can use Mario's spin attack from the Mario Galaxy games, but has the slowest running speed of the group, even slower than Princess Peach surprisingly. You have the ability to select any of the 4 to 5 characters to play as before entering a level. Up to 4 players can explore the level simultaneously with each selected character. But unlike Nintendo Wii, everybody shares each other's lives. Kinda weird, isn't it? But like Nintendo Wii, you are also able to pick up, carry, and throw each other in order to either help or hinder each other's progress. And yes, the results are just as chaotic as they were in Nintendo Wii, with the only difference being in 3D, obviously. Okay, hold up. How does Princess Peach float in the air if she doesn't have any wings? Huh. Maybe she actually does have wings, but they're secretly hidden underneath her dress. Nah, I'm just kidding around. The levels in this game can all be accessed via a world map, just like in Sim Wii. But unlike in that game, you can actually move all around in the 3D space of the world map. Why don't other Mario games let you do this as well? But anyways, due to this brand new feature, you have the ability to explore these world maps in order to either find hidden secrets or access certain bonus areas in order to earn more items or coins. One of these bonus areas is a fancy slot machine that occasionally pops up on the world map you're located in. Entering it will allow you to try and match up the pictures on 4 revolving blocks, rewarding you with a ton of coins to collect. The amount of coins you earn depends on how well you match up the picture blocks, so watch your timing. But anyways, each level contains 3 hidden collectible green stars for you to collect, kind of acting like the star coins from the Sim Wii. But unlike in that game, these bad boys are actually required for unlocking future levels, just like the star coins in the first game. Each level also contains a hidden stamp for you to collect as well, which can be used in handwritten posts to Miiverse within the game's community. Or at least, it used to be that way.
It doesn't matter how long it's been. It still hurts.
You see, back in the good old Miiverse days, you had the ability to view certain messages left by other players, both on the world map and after clearing a level. You could also download these things called Mii Ghosts, which were live records of other players completing certain levels. They were also used in order to have a little race against each other and sometimes even hold special present boxes containing either coins or extra lives inside of them. Okay, that's enough of me rambling about Miiverse. I think I've caused enough pain to all you guys out there. But anyways, you also have these certain mystery houses on the world map, in which you are required to clear a series of green star challenges, each one only 10 seconds long. And then there's the challenge levels, in which you have to complete quick challenges in rapid succession, so you better save all those Monster Energy drinks for when you really need them. But anyways, additional green stars can also be earned in these little Captain Toad levels. In what would later become its very own game the following year, you control the character who made his very first appearance in the Mario Galaxy games, Captain Toad, while navigating puzzle-like stages using the Wii U gamepad's ultimate functionality. In order to clear a Captain Toad level, you are required to collect 5 green stars instead of 3, while avoiding all the enemies and obstacles in your way. Oh, and Captain Toad's backpack weighs a ton, so he's unable to jump, making these levels all the more challenging. Man, I couldn't even imagine what a catastrophe it would be to carry that heavy backpack all around wherever you go. Along with several returning items from the previous Mario games, such as the Fire Flower, Super Leaf, Mega Mushroom, Propeller Box, and Boomerang Flower, several brand new items are also introduced as well. For instance, the Super Bell gives you the Cat Suit, allowing you to run faster, perform unique attacks like diving, pouncing, and scratching, and climb up walls in order to get to hard-to-reach areas. A variation of the Super Bell called the Lucky Bell allows you to temporarily transform into a lucky cat statue whenever you perform a ground pound, while granting you coins until you reach the ground. Another brand new power-up in this game is the Double Cherry, which creates an extra clone of yourself, allowing for more effective attacks and a higher chance of survival. This power-up can also be used for collecting green stars and stamps, such as this yellow square platform with a number on it. The number indicates how many clones are required for the platform to direct you to the hidden collectible. The more double cherries you collect, the more clones that appear. And that's why you should always eat your cherries, kids, so you can easily get several things done all at once. You can also wear these things called cannon boxes on your head, which can repeatedly fire shots at certain enemies. It can also be charged up in order to fire a super shot by simply holding down and releasing the run button. And then there's light blocks, which can defeat certain ghosts by simply shining the light in their ugly faces. And then we have Goomba masks, which allow you to easily blend in with all the other Goombas surrounding you. They'll never know it's the real me. You can also pick up, carry, and throw various objects in the game, such as bob-ombs, baseballs of all things, and piranha plants. These hungry little guys can be used in order to defeat certain enemies or solve complex puzzles. Oh, and in the snowy levels in this game, you can ride all around in a giant skating shoe. It might not smell all that great, but dang is it a lot of fun to use. But that's not the only thing you can ride on in this game. Oh no. You also have this giant aquatic dinosaur named Plessy that you can ride on in some of the water levels in this game. But don't worry, she doesn't bite, she's a vegetarian, or at least I think she is. Huh. I didn't know you could ride on the Loch Ness Monster in this game. This game features special Wii U gamepad functionalities, allowing you to rub the touchscreen in order to feel for any hidden blocks or items in the level, and blow into the microphone in order to activate certain mechanisms, such as moving platforms, or sweep away all the enemies on the screen with ease.
Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep!
This game also supports off-TV play, as most Wii U games do. Not only that, but you can also play this game with the Wiimote and Nunchuck, the classic controller, or the Wii U Pro controller. Oh, and some of the levels in this game contain a hidden 8-bit Luigi for you to try and find, some of which also appearing in some areas on the world map as well. All of this was done for celebrating 30 years of Green Mario himself, aka Luigi. Speaking of Luigi, in the bottom left-hand corner of the title screen is an unlockable Luigi-themed version of the classic 1983 arcade game Mario Bros. Called Luigi Bros. It plays the exact same way as the original version of the game, only, spoiler alert, it's Luigi. Bet you didn't see that one coming. But you can't actually unlock this game until you either beat the game for the first time, or by downloading save data from New Super Luigi U. Ironically, the only Simba game that doesn't include Mario at all. Wait, this game is called Luigi Bros instead of Mario Bros? I would have never come up with a name like that in a million years! So, after Mario and his friends rescue the final Sprixie, Bowser recaptures all 7 Sprixies and heads all the way over to his amusement park fortress. When our heroes finally get there, Bowser pulls out a Super Bell from his spiky shell, and somehow attaches it onto the front of his collar. This causes him to turn into Cat Bowser, or should I say, Meowser. But anyways, about halfway through the fight with Meowser, he grabs a double cherry off-screen and turns into multiple copies of himself, making the fight with him even more difficult than it already needs to be. When Mario finally reaches the top of the tower, he repeatedly hits a giant power block from underneath that one of the Meowsers is sitting on top of, and that Meowser just so happens to be the real one. This causes all the other Meowsers to disappear into nothingness, and the real Meowser to go flying in the air. While this is happening, he tries to get a hold of the big jar with the Sprixies in it, but try as he might, it was already too late, leading him to explode into a great big firework. This causes the big jar to burst open like magic, while freeing the Sprixies from within it. With Meowser officially defeated, Mario and his pals say goodbye to the Sprixies, and then they travel through the clear pipe that leads them all the way back to the Mushroom Kingdom. The end. Hey, wait a minute. Is that the Comet Observatory I see in the top left-hand corner of the screen? But anyways, after you beat the game, you unlock a few special worlds in order to beat for 100% completion. This all leads up to one of the hardest Mario levels in existence, Champion's Road. And let me tell ya, if you can somehow manage to complete this flippin' level, then you just have way too much time on your hands. Just saying. And now for the flaws. Let's get to them before all these cats decide to scratch me all up. The first flaw that I have with this game is the sheer difficulty of keeping track of all your double cherry clones on the screen. I mean, they could have just had the other clones' outfits have different colors or something like that, just so it would be easier to tell them all apart. But instead, they essentially just forced us to try and keep an eye on the real character we're playing as, not to mention the ultimate challenge of trying to control all the clones at once. The second flaw with the game is the camera constantly trying to keep up with all 4 players on the screen in the multiplayer mode. Now, this wouldn't really be a big problem if they just did 4-player split screen. That way, each player could have the ultimate freedom to explore whatever areas of the level they wanted. But instead, everyone has to stay in the same area as each other, which really defeats the purpose of an open world experience. The third and final flaw is just how flippin' easy it is to pick up, carry and throw other players into an enemy or off a cliff. The reason why it's so easy to accidentally do this is because run and pick up are the exact same button. Why couldn't they just map these controls to other buttons or something like that? Why not also be required to shake the controller as well, just like in a Sim Wii? Man, these game flaws really grind my gears, even though I don't actually have any gears. But once again, that's besides the point. Okay, hold up. How did Rosalina even get Mario's former spin attack in the first place? Did she just straight up steal it from him like a flippin' thief? If so, then she's definitely not as nice as we thought she was. But anyways, despite all these flaws, you just can't help but praise the visual design's youthful energy and interesting risks taken with the level design in this game. It's fun, imaginative, and completely filled with little surprises and details, and it's probably one of the best Wii U games out there. This truly is an endless, freewheeling treat of a game, along with a completely ad-libbed drive in order to explore and find out just how many different situations Mario and his cronies can get themselves squashed into. Heck, there's even a flippin' Mario Kart level in this game. Now that's worth at least a couple of extra points right then and there. So with that being said, I'm giving Super Mario 3D World 93 out of 100 Mario hats. I mean seriously, this has to be the most next-gen game that 2013 has ever produced. The astounding visual craftsmanship, excellent soundtrack, and artful/purposeful design really communicates all these goals with complete and utter charity. It's an explosive cavalcade of color and excitement, along with a well-thought-out evolution of the red-capped hero himself. so play it for yourself if you love that little plumber, but don't expect your mind to be blown as much as something like Mario Odyssey for the Switch. Just saying. Keep on meowing your way to victory, everybody! Okay guys, so next time we meet, we'll be taking a look at Super Princess Peach for the Nintendo DS. Yep, that's right. This time, it's up to the damsel in distress to save the fat Italian plumber. What a twist! So, how will this game shake things up as a result? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. So stay tuned for that. Oh, and remember, gaming is not a crime. Until then, and stay... Oh wait, I already used that one. Oh well. Until then, and stay awesome sauce. Hey, wait a minute. This isn't a Pokemon game I'm playing.
Nope.